No! Legs, 12 o'clock.
Where?
12 o'clock.
I don't see him.
17.
Daddy.
Uh-huh.
My future.
Oh!
God.
Yeah.
Basket alert.
Padded, stuffed. How do you know? Been there, done that.
Hateful.
Truthful.
Gay Watch will not be seen tonight, so that we may bring you the following episode of Almost Live.
Well, thank you very much.
Don't try to stop me! Don't try to stop me! Don't try to stop me! I don't care anymore! I've got nothing left to live for! It's useless! I don't care anymore! I don't care anymore! More! Yes! I don't care anymore. I don't care. Actually, no, don't anyone. No, we gotta stop this. Don't do this at home. Don't do this at home. You all know, we've heard the bad news about movie popcorn this week. This is just terrible. I don't want anyone do this at home. Because as we discovered, this actually is the equivalent, they say, of 8 Big Macs. Do you see that? Of course, I have to say 8 Big Macs would be a hell of a lot cheaper than one. There's 20. 20. I mean, you know, popcorn, why did they have to tell us this about popcorn? It's on the big no-no list now, you know, with red meat, sugar, airplane glue, all my favorites, you know. But anyway, we figured that as long as the research is out, we better pass it along. And it's not just popcorn. There are a lot of other dangers at the movie theater, and we figured that as long as we're warning you about popcorn, we better alert you to the other things that you should watch out. So you've got to watch out for next time you're at the movie theater. So we present this list of danger. For example, very important, being trampled to death by crowds running out of bad girls. It's very dangerous right now. Also, there's the psychological torture from people unwrapping their candy really slow so it won't be as loud. Also, you might have to see Michael Douglas's 50-year-old ass, which is dangerous. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's awful. It's dangerous. Juji fruits may cause your upper and lower teeth to stick together. Also, that permanently lowered self-esteem from the Harvard exit cashiers who correct your pronunciation of Indochine. It's Indochine. And finally, queasy stomach from encountering a life-size cardboard stand-up of Macaulay Culkin, which is very dangerous. So anyway, those are the dangers, but I'd say it's worth it to get to the entertainment that you want, because that's important to us in Seattle. And now there's a new entertainment show just for us. Take a look.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Tonight Northwest. I'm John Mesh.
And I'm Mary Marsh. Tonight's gratuitous sex story is about some unusual studs. Take a look, girls. A new video full of studs is coming out. The studs of the Channel 9 phone bank. Meet Lance. Here's Stuart. And don't forget Horace.
Too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy.
The video will be given free to anyone who makes a $5 pledge to the station. Look for those during the next pledge break. John?
Let's take a look at what's happening tonight in Northwest Entertainment. The Seattle Rep will be performing a Shakespeare play that no one's ever heard of, and most people will dislike intensely. At At the Paramount, there will be some lame band that had one hit in the 70s. And at UW's Beanie Hall, there'll be a reading by an angry woman who's written a book of poetry.
Let's turn now to our movie critic, Leonard Martin, who's been finding big mistakes in some of those movies that have been shot in Seattle. Leonard?
That's right, Mary. We've all seen those movies made in Seattle and thought, something's not right. Well, here are just a few of the obvious errors I've spotted.
Here's a phony scene from Sleepless in Seattle with Tom Hanks watching the 4th of July fireworks from his houseboat on Lake Union. Everyone knows that by this point in the evening, there would be drunk UW students screaming and peeing off his deck. In Singles, there's this unbelievable scene where Matt Dillon walks 20 feet without being threatened by an aggressive panhandler. And a completely unrealistic shot where Seattle bikers are actually riding on a bike trail rather than darting wildly between cars in traffic. And finally, in It Happened at the World's Fair with Elvis Presley, there's the incredible sight of both monorails working at the same time. Or this totally bogus scene where Elvis walks around singing in a Seattle trailer court without being shot at. And then going by the Pacific Science Center without being knocked over by a bunch of kids on their way to Laser Zeppelin.
And there are a lot more where those came from. Back to you, John and Mary.
Thank you, Leonard. In this week's local reading, be sure to check out this Sunday's Pacific Magazine Northwest Living article, Another House You'll Never Be Able to Afford, Not in a Million Years. Tomorrow's PI features pretty much the same stories you read last night in the Seattle Times. And this week's cover article by the editors of the Seattle Weekly, titled, We Have Absolutely No Idea What We're Talking About.
And now today's special feature. Public access television, Channel 29, continues to grow in popularity. So we thought we'd update you on shows you'll want to see.
You must have no other God before me.
Starting with a program with a definite cult following. The poorly mic'd Scary Preacher Show.
I see you out there putting coffee before God.
Welcome to the f***ing show. Tonight we're going to talk about a f***ing piece of shit.
Here's an old standby, the Excuse to Swear on TV program.
Damn movie ever seen. Worse than this f***ing show, if you can believe that.
Cats everywhere, cats on the stairs, cats.
Then, of course, there's always lesbian folk singer.
I've got a house full of cats.
I've got some new pine cones for my pine cone collection that looks like famous people.
And finally, this favorite.
There's
your
Bob Hope.
spooky neighbor who's learned how to use a video camera.
Look at this one. Lucille Ball. Looks just like her. And look at that. It looks like that Urkel kid. Don't you think?
And now it's time to celebrate today's birthdays. Born on this day were Northwest Afternoon celebrity Cindy Reinhardt, who says she's 39 years old. Again.
Candy at the Razzmatazz turns 23.
Dan Lewis is 42. His hair turns 6.
And finally, Lou Guzzo of Cairo TV is 142 years old. That's it for tonight. Be sure to join us tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight Northwest when we get up close and personal with the groupies of Ken Schramm.
We'll leave you tonight with some more music from the lesbian folk singer. See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
One more time. Let's go to the Katie Lang show. Let's go cut our hair. Let's go have a potluck. Let's go to the Fremont Fair. Okay, all right.
All right, stay with us, grab some popcorn, and we'll be right back. You too.
So what are you going to have?
I don't know. Enjoy your dinner.
Ooh. Excuse me. What are those?
Those are our green chili enchiladas.
Are they spicy?
Not really.
Thanks. Excuse me. Are those spicy?
Not really.
Could I have a little bite?
Excuse me?
Well, I don't want to order them if they're too spicy because I have a really sensitive stomach. Just a small bite.
I'll bet the waitress would bring you a small sample.
Come on, I'm not going to take the whole thing.
I think I'd really rather not.
How So typical.
Beg your pardon?
You totally encapsulate what's wrong with America today.
Look.
No, you look. Are you aware that there are starving people in this world? And that to them, one bite of your precious enchilada would be an entire meal. In fact, one bite would feed a family of 8 for a week. No, a month. Did you ever think about that?
I did not mean...
Oh, but hey, what am I telling you for? Mr. Capitalist selfish jerkface doesn't care about millions of starving people, does he?
Okay, that's not true.
Yes, it is true. Mr. Fat, hoarding pigman just wants to pork down the whole thing himself.
All right, okay, all right. You're right. I am wrong. Here you go.
Oh, wow. Aren't you just the picture of generosity? Thanks so much.
I thought that you wanted...
You know something? I'm sitting here wondering to myself, what happened to this guy in childhood that turned him into such a gluttonous, stingy, piggy human being?
You said a small bite.
Save it, buddy. I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. Jerk.
So you're gonna have the enchiladas?
No, they're too spicy. Ooh, what's that?
Excuse me?
Good evening and welcome to Answer the Question and Please Shut Up, the show that provides a forum for the incredibly vague apologists for the tobacco industry and the insanely overzealous anti-smoking advocates. So let's begin tonight with Mr. Charles Kraft, an attorney for a number of large tobacco companies. Now, Mr. Kraft, you've gone on record as having said that no one's ever died from smoking cigarettes. Is that true?
Statistics are misleading, and many of those studies are based solely on statistics.
Okay, did you say that cigarettes don't kill people?
Smoking has been an American tradition since the days of the founding fathers.
They cause cancer. They cause cancer, don't they?
Cancer's a relative term.
Okay. Let's try this. If I took a cigarette and I jammed it into your eye, would that hurt?
There's no correlation between vision and smoking.
I'm not talking about vision. I'm talking about pain. Look, if I took a carton of cigarettes and I jammed it down your throat with a pile driver, would that hurt? Answer the question.
That would be a crime. Smoking is not a crime.
Okay. I tried. You all saw me try? All right, let's turn to our anti-smoking nutcase tonight, Terry Miller. Now, Terry, what is the deal with the helmet?
There's smoke in this studio.
No, there isn't.
There is passive smoke.
Nobody smokes in this building.
I do not mean in this building. Somebody is smoking in this city.
Oh,
we're working to make this city a smoke-free environment. Now, in fact, I don't see any no smoking stickers in here, and that is illegal. The law clearly states that you must be able to see a no smoking sticker at all time, everywhere, no matter where you look.
You gotta be kidding.
Smoke is the most evil, deadly thing in the world today.
All right,
it's killed more people than both world wars, than the Black Plague, and Judas Priest albums. Hitler was a smoker. Ivan the Terrible was a smoker. Madonna is a smoker. You know, pit bulls, if they could have hand-to-mouth dexterity.
Please shut up. All right. Let's just take some questions from the audience. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm the mother of a 5-year-old who loves Joe Campbell. Now, I know all that stuff about him teaching kids to start smoking, but my question is this. Doesn't Joe Campbell's face kind of look like a penis?
Yes, it does.
Hey, I said shut up, all right? Now, Mr. Kraft, I want you to answer this. It looks like a penis, does it not?
Penises have been an American tradition since the days of the founding fathers, you know.
Right, all right. Next question, go ahead.
I kind of think it looks like a penis.
Do you have a question, sir?
Oh, yeah. What about weed?
Marijuana has been an American tradition.
Oh, now you shut up. Now listen, Terry, I want you to answer that question.
Fine. The only reason people smoke weed is to get away from the reality of what secondhand smoke is doing to this world. You know how store-bought tomatoes, they don't taste as good as they used to? That's because of secondhand smoke. And when the TV section is missing from your Sunday paper and you get 2 of those Ernst flyers instead, Secondhand smoke.
All right, that's it.
Secondhand
That's it.
smoke
Shut
killed
up.
John F. Kennedy.
All right, shut up! Okay, all right, I think I've earned my money this week. I want you to join us next time for another edition of Answer the Question, and please shut up.
James Dean.
He was killed in a car crash.
He was smoking.
Crashing cars is an American tradition.
Here in the Bible, boys like to have fun. There's a wage lost.
More and more people are learning to read with the help of Hooked on Words. It's a program that really works. Right, Kayleen?
Yes. Since I've started using Hooked on Words, I read 4 newspapers every day. And I just read Catcher in the Rye, and I'm starting Ulysses by James Joyce.
That is very impressive, and you know
And
that...
my brother is flunking out of school. I know because I found his report card under his bed next to a magazine called Orgasm.
Yeah, that's
It
good.
mostly had pictures.
Yeah, I'm sure, Jeff. See, the thing with Hooked on Words
My
is...
dad got a letter from the IRS. They say he might go to jail.
Hooked on Words is
My
a...
mom got a letter from the doctor talking all about her liposuction, whatever that is.
Yeah. Hooked on Words is a
My
program...
Uncle Roy got a DWI.
Call 1-800-READ-DING today.
You can learn to read like me.
Yeah, just like you, honey. Somebody take her microphone off.
I
huh?
read lots of interesting things down at the bus depot on the bathroom stalls. Now I know where to go for a good time.
Yeah, I'll just bet you.
What do you suppose that means?
I don't know.
Maybe there's candy there?
Yeah, that's right.
Good evening and welcome to the John Report. I'm John. Here's my report. Last Thursday was the annual Take Our Daughters to Work Day around the country. On Friday at Boeing, it was their annual Explain Again to Our Daughters exactly what it is we do here day. KSTW is experimenting with a show called Fast Forward, a Mariners game reduced by editing to 1 hour. The Seahawks are considering a similar show called Erase. The Seattle Greyhound Bus Depot has laid off half of its mechanics. They will also be changing their slogan to Go Greyhound and leave the furious pumping of the brakes in a blind panic to us. King County Superior Court Commissioner Jack Ritchie has resigned after window washers saw him having sex with another county employee in his office. A county spokesperson said it wasn't the sex we objected to, but the smoking afterwards. The lineup of acts for the concerts at the Gorge this summer will include Crosby, Stills and Nash, James Taylor, and the Moody Blues. Promoters also say that fans knocking over barriers and rushing the stage shouldn't be as much of a problem this year. Customs officials say opium is being smuggled into Seattle in more and more creative packages, like the lining of pillows. They say this is much more difficult to detect than the old stuff that came in a big box marked "Warning, contains opium." In the first round of the NFL draft, the Seahawks drafted Sam Adams. In the second round, they picked Red Hook. An aide to Senator Packwood says he's encouraged by a recent poll that shows the number of people demanding the senator's resignation is down from 62 to 58%. The aide later retracted his statement when it was found that the 4% in question now want to see Packwood caned. Finally, tickets for this summer's Grateful Dead concerts at the Seattle Center go on sale tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. For those Deadheads watching, that's about 16 and a half joints from now. This has been the John Report. Thank you. We'll be right back.
Hello. You may recognize me as Bob Nelson, one of the performers here on Almost Live, which would be correct because that, in fact, is who I am. I also like to work in my garden. Anyway, I don't often do this, come out and talk to you directly, but, well, it's springtime, and frankly, I want to go to your prom. We all do. You see, most of us didn't go to our own high school proms, and those who did didn't have a very good time. Nancy threw up at hers, so we want another shot. Seriously. We don't need dates or anything. We just want to be there with you. If you'd like to have the Almost Live cast come to your prom, just write us a letter telling us what school you go to, when the prom is, and why we'd have the most fun at your prom, because we're only going to one. Send it to us at Almost Live, 333 Dexter Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98109. Be sure to mark your envelope prom invitation. That would make me really happy. Thanks.
Okay, well, no joke there. We're completely serious. Although Bob does need a date, however, that part was not correct. But we do want to go to your prom, so please give us your best pitch, okay? And also, Almost Live is proud to welcome the Comedy Central 37% new tour featuring Penn and Teller, Thursday, May 12th at the Paramount Theater. Tickets are available through Ticketmaster, so call them at 628-0888. We'll see you there, and we hope we'll see you right here next week. So, bye-bye.